We thought Al Capone and Bugsy Siegel was dead. They didn't die. The only thing they did is change their names to Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. They should be known as the new American gangsters.
Well, what we have today is we have a group of people. It's identified as Occupy LA. It's a national movement, kind of following the efforts back at Occupy Wall Street. So it's a group of people that are out here wishing to exercise their First Amendment right here in Los Angeles.
It started as a meme, a response to events unfolding 5,000 miles away in Tahrir Square. Occupy Wall Street became America's Cairo moment.
Somebody got to stand up, and I'm standing up for my people.
The spark caught flame from the offices of adbusters and burned across social networks, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit.
This has been called an experiment, and it's important to really see it as an experiment. What is going to happen?
Law enforcement intimidation, internal chaos, the unforgiving scrutiny of the media. Nothing could stop the momentum of the 99%.
The 99% is really an acknowledgement that in order to really change this, like there are big problems that we need to put those issues aside and come together and talk and figure this stuff out together so that what we talk about, we can project and we can have this forum of really being heard, because, I mean, we're not.
In Los Angeles, the collective consciousness of the occupation produced results through direct democracy and horizontal organization. More than 60 actions were achieved by committees, affinity groups, and occupiers. Teach-ins, workshops, marches, rallies, and outreach. Occupy LA was an education. It was an awakening.
We have everything right here in this micro America. We have small business, big business, charity. We have homeless. Unfortunately, it seems like we're going to be get kicked out before we figure out the problems of the world.
The 99% movement was evicted from the steps of City Hall after 58 days of occupation. A network emerged from the rubble of the evicted camp. Some took the exiled occupation to DC. Others stood in solidarity with still standing camps.
People have been saying that phase 1 is completed and we're in the transition phase to phase 2.
The eviction of physical occupations on Wall Street, Main Street, and public squares across the country is not the end of the movement. It's a point of departure.
We are going to make a courageous stand here tonight. We are going to inspire movements all over this country and all over this world.
The General Assembly still meets 3 nights a week on the west steps of City Hall. It's one of thousands of points on a global grid.
Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people!
With the recent past as a map, a future in the U.S. without sweeping policy change will be met with much resistance.
We want fundamental change. We want real politics in this country and the world. I mean, this isn't an America thing. This is a worldwide thing.
The 99% movement is making plans for a national general strike on May 1st. Adbusters is calling for a mass occupation of Chicago on that same day, where NATO and the G8 will be holding simultaneous summits. World military, political, and business elites will be confronted by the movement.
I'm really concerned about the future of not only the American people, but of humanity. And unless we really do something and stand together, we're headed down a very dark and dangerous path.
On January 4th, 2011, a fruit vendor named Mohammed Abouazizi set himself on fire in the streets of Tunisia. He was the spark that lit the fire that fueled the Arab Spring. and spread all the way to Los Angeles.
The really imperative thing that's happened here is that a dialogue has been started. It's been picked up by the national media, and the more people spend time in the Occupy movements on the ground doing the grassroots work, the more that conversation is going to get spread to a larger audience.
The future of Occupy is likewise unwritten.
We've never had this. We've never had this many cities, this many people in not only this country, but around the world. And there is just this, it's more than restlessness. It is this true desire to change the systems in which we've been living.
Revolution is not an event. Revolution is a process.
We're protesting for freedom, like to get our money back. We're the 99%.
Because I don't understand why they're making us pay for our money. That's not right.
The game is on.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right, bye-bye. The football has come in here about 4 times.